Good afternoon, everyone. This webinar is with respect to SEBI circular dated August 5, 2022 and July 19, 2023, wherein SEBI has implemented a framework of trading window closure for designated person of listed companies, which was implemented in a phased manner. On April 21st, 2025, SEBI issued circular for extending of implementation of trading window closure to immediate relatives of designated person, which was implemented for top 500 companies with effect from July 1st, 2025. From October 1st, 2025, it is applicable to all remaining listed companies. To explain this framework, we have Nishant Kinlekar and Yogesh Lal from NSDL and Bhageshri Jagtap and Sagar Kukin from CDSL. Now I will request Nishant to take this forward.
Okay, just I will share my screen.
Yeah, and one more thing, if anyone have questions, please raise your queries in Q&A section and not in comments. Yes, Nishant, we can see your screen.
Okay, so good evening all. So let's start with the session. So as per the SEBI circular dated April 21, 2025, the framework for trading window closure has now been extended to cover immediate relatives for designated persons as well. So this framework is applicable at ISIN level and the freeze will be imposed during the trading window closure period. Now, just to clarify, in the previous quarter ending June 25, the framework was applicable only to the top 500 listed companies based on the BSE market capitalization. But from the current upcoming quarter, it will be applicable to all listed companies. So the process is standard. So let me show you my screen. Is the screen visible right now properly?
Yes.
Okay. So first, the company needs to appoint a designated depository. The company can define NSDL or CDSL as the designated depository. Once appointed, the company gets the login credentials for the issuer service portal as per the respective depositories. Now coming to the actual implementation, the company needs to update the immediate relatives database on the SGD portal. Based on these updated records, the freeze will be imposed during the trading window closure period. So once the SGD records are updated, the company must define the trading window closure in the issuer service portal. Depositories and exchanges will identify the demat accounts and using the PAN details of the designated person and their immediate relatives. Based on this, the trading restriction will automatically be imposed. So just to a point to be noted that depository will also consider both sole and joint holder accounts for freezing. Example, if designated person is the second holder of the demat account, the account will be frozen based on the PIT regulations. So let me walk you through the system for issuers who have appointed NSDL as designated depository. So this is kind of the login page of the NSDL portal login. Once you log into the credentials which will be provided from the NSDL, this screen will be visible. So once you go to the company profile tab, earlier there was a tab for updating a designated person as well. Now there is an additional tab to update your immediate relative as well. So as shown, you will be able to see the upload immediate relative person details highlighted over here. Once you click on that, you will be getting this page where you can upload the immediate relatives through bulk upload facility. You will find a sample CSV file format. You can use that format. You can just download the format and you can fill the details of the immediate relatives. I will just show you the format. So in the column B section, you will be seeing that issuer code. The company have to provide your issuer codes. In the column C, the name of the immediate relatives. In column D, the PAN of the immediate relatives. These three columns are mandatory. And column related to E and F, these cases will only be provided for the PAN exempt cases. In column G, associated with designated person, you have to provide the details of the designated persons for whom which you are providing the immediate relatives. In the column H, the relation category, we have already provided relationship category There are 7 categories which has been provided: spouse, father, mother, sibling, son, daughter. And we also have added one extra category, that is others, where you can mention other relation category as well, which is not mentioned in this particular categories. In the column I, you will be able to see the add and deletion flag. So based on the scenario, like if you're adding the details of the designated person, you can put A as your additional flag, and if you're deleting, you can mention approximately D as your deletion flag. In the column name, you will be able to see the start date and effective date. Sorry, you can just provide the effective date, like for the upcoming quarter, that is 1st of October. You can provide the 1st October as the effective date as well. There is also a help file available on the same page if you need more clarity. Just I will go back to my screen as well. You can just see the right hand side corner, the help file. You can download the help file where you can get more details and more clarification as well. So once your SGD records are been updated, you can view or delete them under the view details of the immediate relatives option, which has been highlighted. After updating both designated persons and immediate relatives, the next step is to define the trading window closure period. So under the same company profile section only, you will be able to see the option define and update trading window closure period. Here, select the appropriate quarter. So once you select the appropriate quarter, the upcoming quarter would be from 1st of October, like your effective date, quarter ending for September 2025. So this would be the page would be shown. So select the appropriate quarter, re-verify the ISN which you have been providing. You have to mention your start and end date. The end date should be 48 hours after the board meeting. For example, if your board meeting is on October 20, the end date should be October 2022. Sorry, 22. If the board meeting date isn't finalized, you can enter any notional date and modify it later. Before submitting, make sure you download all the list of designated persons. This step is mandatory. Without this, your system won't be accepting your records. Once the trading window closure period is initiated, you can go to View and Modify tab option, where you can manage the exemption and removal cases as well. So we have also provided exemption facility and removal facility. For exemption, you can provide a pre-approved transaction or with specific reasons only as per your compliance requirements. And for removal, if someone is no longer, please note, if someone is no longer a designated person and you're deleting it from your SGD records, you have to make sure that it has been deleted from the ongoing trading window closure period as well. So for both the cases, for exemption facility and removal facility, you will need to provide a valid reason in both cases in line with your compliance requirements. Lastly, the portal also allows you to check the NSDL demat accounts held with NSDL. Just below the view modified tab, you will be able to see the view details of demat account held with NSDL. You can select a quarter and check as per the PAN details or DPID, whichever you have, and you can just verify the details over here. So when the trading window period has been going or it will be implemented, you can just check the status. It will be showing in the right hand side corner of the over here. That is freeze initiated, unfreeze and unfreeze initiated. So that's the complete NSDL issuer portal process. So now request CDSL team to provide your walkthrough for the CDSL portal as well right now.
Thank you, Nishant. This is Sagar from CDSL. Can anyone just confirm if my voice is audible?
Yeah, it is audible.
Okay, I'll just share the screen.
Just a minute, I'm just stopping my screen. Your screen is visible, Sagar, right now.
Okay, just okay. So I'll just take you through the CDSL system for PIT update of the category 8, the immediate relative, which has been released by the SEBI. Uh, so the issuers who have already appointed CDSL as a designated depository for SDD purpose will be having their login credentials. So they have to use their login credentials and log on to the issuer portal page. So this is the landing page. Once you have logged in, you'll be able to view this page. So extreme right, left hand side, you can see the option prohibition of insider trading. So on the insider trading tab, there are three options. One is file upload, second is file upload status, and the third one is detail inquiry page. So you have to go to the file upload page. Click on file upload. The system will ask you to agree to the terms and condition, and you have to just click on allow and go ahead. So under the file upload page, you can see you have to select the respective exchanges on which the company is listed. On the upload file, you have to choose the Excel file which in which you have entered the details of your immediate relatives and the designated persons. You can see if you scroll down the page, file upload page, the guidelines are given to update the Excel file. Just a second. If you scroll down, you will see this page. The entire guideline has been given how to update the update the data in the Excel sheet, the employee category, the relationship category for the immediate relatives. Everything is given over there. You have to just follow the steps and enter the details in Excel file and upload the same. I'll just take you to the Excel file. As you can see, the existing designated persons, that is from category 1 to 7, the process is same. Just that for the new category, that is the immediate relative, you can see the fourth row. You have to enter the PAN of the PAN of the immediate relative in column F, name of the immediate relative in column C, and the last two additional columns which are highlighted in yellow, that is applicable only for the category 8, that is immediate relative. For the rest of the categories, those two columns will remain blank. So in the column of PAN of the related KMP, you have to add the PAN of the designated person who is related to that particular immediate relative PAN. And in the relationship column, you have to mention the relation in code. So you don't have to mention the descriptive form of the relation like mother, father in alphabetical. You have to mention the relation in code. In the previous slide, you can see that the codes are mentioned. 0 is for others, 1 is for mother, 2 for father, and etc. So you have to enter the relationship code in the Excel file and upload the same. Once you have uploaded the Excel file, you have to go to the second page, that is file upload status. Here you can view the status of your records. Once the file is successfully updated, you have to also check whether all the records are successfully updated or not. So it may happen that out of 100 records, suppose for example you have updated 100 records, out of that maybe 90 records are successfully updated, but 10 records due to some syntax error may be failed. So if any such record is failed, the system will generate an error file, which is highlighted in the screen. If you see extreme right hand side, there is an error file. You have to download that error file. But the particular row which has been failed will be mentioned, and the error will also be mentioned. So you have to rectify that error and re-upload the file for those failed records only. The records which are successfully updated need not be updated again. So once this is done, you have to go to the detail inquiry page, which is the final, confirmation. You have to all the data which is successfully updated will be reflected in a detail inquiry page. So this is the detail inquiry page. You can see here you can view the entire records. You can delete as well. If you see on the extreme right hand side, there is a delete option. You can just simply click on the delete option and delete any particular record. If you see the rows, the columns which are highlighted in red, these are for category 8 relation with KMP. The effective date will be the date on which the particular record has been updated. also update the records of, through detail inquiry page one by one. The Excel upload option is more convenient for the bulk uploads where you have to update multiple records at once. But if you have to update one or two records, you can just directly go to the detail inquiry page. On the extreme right hand side, there is a add button. You can just click on add button and enter the details. A pop-up will appear like this. Whatever details you have filled in the Excel sheet, the same details you have to fill over here. Here you can see once if you click on category 8, if you see on the pop-up, there's a category option. So when you click on relative, the pop-up will expand and it will ask you the details of the designated person who is related to that particular immediate relative. So you have to enter the PAN number of that particular designated person who is relative of that of that PAN, and click on submit. That's it. The data will be updated, and you can, as I told earlier, you can view it on the detail inquiry page. Once it is reflecting the detail inquiry page, that is the final confirmation that the data has been successfully updated. From the very next day, the transaction and holding statements of that particular PAN will be shared with the exchange on exchanges on a daily basis. So this was about the PIT records, PIT records, updation of immediate relative PAN in PIT records. After that comes trading window closure period. So whatever PANs you have updated in the PIT data, those will be auto-populated in the trading window page. So on the issuer portal, on the extreme right-hand side, you can see no trading window tab, under which there are 3 pages: setup page, KMP freeze inquiry page, and exemption inquiry page. When you're trying to set up fresh records, you have to click on setup. The setup page will look like this, where you have to first verify your ISIN. If the ISIN is correct, you have to select the from date and to date. So as per the circular, the start date is the first working day of the new quarter. For this quarter, it is 1st October. And the end date can be any notional date. If the issuers have a confirmation about their board meeting date, they can mention the exact end date, that is board meeting date plus 2 days. So they can so issuers who are already having the confirmation about their board meeting date, they can add the exact end date. And those issuers who are not don't have any confirmation on their board meeting date, they can choose any notional end date within the quarter. Once you have selected the start date and end date, you can scroll down. Here you can view the list of PANs. As I told, all the PANs which are updated in the PIT data, those will be auto-populated on this page. Here you can see there is a select all option. I mean, if you want to deselect any of the PAN, if you want to keep a particular PAN out of the trading window closure period, you can just deselect that PAN, or else you can just select all and click on submit. Once you click on submit, a pop-up will appear that the data has been updated successfully. Once you get that message, you have to go to the KMP freeze inquiry page and verify that all the data which you have entered is reflecting properly on the KMP freeze inquiry page. Once you have initiated the freeze, the status will be pending for freeze, and the status will change to freeze done on the freeze activation date. That is the start date which you have mentioned on the issuer portal. So if you have mentioned the 1st October as a start date, the pending for freeze status will appear till 30th of September, and on 1st October it will change to freeze done. See, the status for first record is pending for freeze, and the other 2 records of freeze is freeze done. So once you've initiated the freeze, the date from the initiation of freezing and the freeze activation period, the status will remain as pending for freeze. And once the freeze is active, it will show as freeze done. So on the KMP freeze inquiry page itself, on the bottom of the page, there are 2 options: modification and exemption. So modify option, if you click on modify option, pop-up will appear with 2 date. So you can modify the end date through modify option. So if there is any change in the date of your board meeting, you can just you can just click on modify, just select all the PANs, click on modify. A pop-up will appear like this, and you can mention the new end date and click on submit. So once you click on submit, you have to verify. After clicking on submit and getting a successful message, you have to verify whether the end date has been modified or not. The second option is exemption. So when you click on exemption page, a pop-up like this will appear. Under exemption option, there are the two options. One is from date and to date. So you are selecting a range for which you want that particular PAN to be unfrozen. So difference between modification exemption is that by modifying the end date, the PAN will be unfrozen post that end date. But exemption date, as you can see, you are selecting a range. So whatever range you select, suppose you select from date 10th October and to date as 15th October. So from 10th to 15th October, that particular PAN will be unfrozen, but on 16th of October, it will be frozen back. So whatever records you modify, if you modify the end date, that those PANs will not be frozen back again post end date. But in exemption, there is a provision that after the end date of the exemption, the PAN will be auto frozen. So you don't need to manually freeze it again. As you can see, you have to mention the reason for the exemption, and it has to be as per the regulation. There are some predefined reasons in the drop down. So you can select only those reasons, and you can provide exemption to your particular PAN. Third page is KMP exemption inquiry. So on this page, you can view the exempted records, whatever records you have exempted. It will show as exemption pending once you have initiated the exemption, and once the exemption is active, that is unfrozen period is active, that status will change to exemption done. So this was it for the CDSL system. Here are some important pointers that needs to be considered. First is this particular event this particular framework is event based, and it is applicable only for quarterly financial results as of now. The intimation of the trading window closure will be provided to account holder. Whatever communication details particular account holder has mentioned in his demat account, the intimation will be sent on that communication details, email or SMS. Exemption should be provided as per the regulatory reasons. Any activity on the issuer portal for trading window closure has to be done 2 days prior to the commencement of the trading window closure period. So for this particular quarter, the issuers have to initiate the freezing maximum by 29th of September, which is T-2 from the 1st of October. And this particular freezing is only at ISIN level, and all the other scripts of that particular account will be unfrozen. So the issuer can the account holder can trade in any other script, but the freeze will remain only for that particular ISIN. And whether the designated person is a sole holder or joint holder in that demat account, irrespective of that, the account will be frozen. So the freezing is done on both PAN basis, on sole and joint holder basis. This is it. I think this was I think the overall view of the trading window closure and the PIT data regarding immediate relatives. Here is the details of NSDL officials contact. The registered email ID is issue.sgd@nsdl.com, and for trading window closure, it is twc_pit@nsdl.com. So issuers who have appointed NSDL as a designated depository can contact on these two email IDs. For CDSL, we have a dedicated mailbox, that is sgd@cdslindia.com. Issuers who have appointed CDSL as a designated depository can write us on this email ID, and below are the contact numbers as well. So you can, if you have any issues, you can contact on these numbers as well regarding trading window closure and PIT data. Thank you all. I think we can open up the Q&A session.
Please provide the email and I can file a question or the server. File a question with the server. I just now. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah. Yes, Dhwani. Can we start the Q&A session?
Yes, we can. Yeah.
Yeah. So hello everyone. I am Yogesh from NSDL. So we are just going by this Q&A section only. So first question is, please share the PPT to all the participants that NSC, if you can share it with the respective company, that is fine. Second is, if the relative is not having demat account, whether adding them in STD is required. So ideally, this question is like take an example. If today that person is not having demat account, but tomorrow he can open the demat account. So you will have to add that PAN in the SDD platform. Third question is, do we need to mention the name of IR as per the PAN? So we generally go by the PAN only. So PAN is the sole identification for us. So even if that name is not matching, we will not going to check with the ITD database. But it is recommended that you mention the same name as per the PAN card. If we have an IR who is a minor and who does not have a PAN or demat account, what do we do? So if the PAN is not available, we recommend, if there is an account with the PAN exempt category, we recommend to provide the demat account number. But if demat account number is also not available, PAN is also not available, so we cannot trace that particular account holder. So ideally, you can update the details, but there will not be any action from depository side. Next question is, end of the date of trading window is not acceptance. So how to put the time of creating the event? So at the time of creating the event, now I think most of the listed companies are not aware about the date of their board meeting for the financial ledger. So they are putting the tentative date. You can put the tentative date. You have the option to modify the end date. By the only thing is you have to ensure that any modification has to be done on a T-2 basis. So if you want to end the date as a 20th of September, then you have to modify it before 18th of September. Next question is, how can we have two separate ISNs updated in our designated depository NSDL portal, one for fully paid up shares and another for partly paid up shares? First of all, in SDD portal, we don't go by the ISN, we go by the issuer code. So there is a separate issuer code for each company. So the number of ISN under that particular issuer code, we are considering all those ISNs. All those ISNs only of equity and warrants. Next is, if any DP is not providing their relative detail, that in case, what are the options available with the company sector? So actually this question you need to ask yourself only, or you can just go to the SEBI. We are just giving the facility to the issuers for updating the details on the portal. If somebody is not giving them, we don't have any say on this. Do we need to enter all the immediate relatives details of the DP who are not financially dependent on the DP? So you can just refer the SEBI PIT regulation and accordingly you take a call. So yeah, one thing we'd like to clarify that this NSDL and CDSL has given the facility for the issuers to update something in the issuer portal or the SDD platform. As per PIT regulation, what is applicable, you have to go by that rule only. We are only facilitating the restrictions on number of demat accounts against those PAN. Please tell which date should be written in the effective date. So effective date is something we have given in the file format. So it is basically the date on which you want to give the effect to that immediate relative. So addition, deletion. So in our NSDL case, we have kept a restriction of maximum 7 days. So you cannot select any date beyond the 7 days. So any modification or deletion, if you want to do for the immediate relative, you can decide the effective date within the 7 days bracket. Thus, a minor with a PAN and no demat account needs to be included in the STD. So PAN you have to update. So whenever that person opens the demat account, that will be automatically considered. Next, I think all these questions are from the Q&A sections. 1 second. Yes, yes. There is one more question. For NSDL, whether closure of trading window option is available for the matters other than financial reason. As of now, it is not available for both the depositors. SEBI has SEBI has to come up with the rule. It is required to mention the end of trading window. Yes, definitely. You have to mention the end date as well. See more. Just click on the see more. There are a few more questions on the same question.
Okay.
Is it possible to include PAN of the new designated person for freezing during the continuing period of the closure of trading? Yes, you can add the PAN, you can delete the PAN of the designated person, immediate relative during the trading window closure period. In case of directors of foreign national, those does not have the PAN, how to capture their relatives. So that is something a company has to decide. Any person in the Indian capital market, if anybody wants to invest, he or she needs the PAN. So if that person is not having the PAN, I don't think so he will be dealing in the capital market. Whether a PAN of the immediate relatives of promoter group also needs, yes, also to be entered. Yeah. So promoter group is also required. Is it applicable to the half yearly ended 30th 9 also? Also, whose relative is included in the IR in case of married designated person? So the definition of the designated person and the immediate relative, you can refer the SEBI circular and then you can add or delete the respective immediate relative. 1 second. Is it applicable to half year? Yes, this particular trading window closure will be applicable for the half yearly ended 30th 9 2025. Do we need to enter all the immediate relative details of the DPs who are not financial? I will again ask you to refer the SEBI and PIT regulation, SEBI circular and PIT regulation. My query related to uploading of Excel file for relative of designated person. Do we need to add only relatives detail in the downloaded Excel utility, or we need to add all the designated person details afresh in that? You don't have to add the designated person. This you will have to just upload the immediate relative because designated persons are already added by you. If you want to add somebody as a new designated person, you can use the different. I think there is a different tab given in the.
Yes, definitely. They can add in the sheet as well. In the sheet, we have provided the immediate relative who is associated with designated person. So in the column, you will be able to see the designated person details as well.
Basically, my query is about whether that Excel utility will update the details or replace the details already existing in the PIT data. So first of all, the existing details will remain as it is. So if you want to add something new, you can add. In case of immediate relative, I think all these companies are doing it a first time only. So then this is the first time. But if you have already added designated person, you don't require to add again the same designated person in that sheet. Whether PAN of the immediate relatives of the promoter group is also to be entered, yes, you have to enter the PAN details. I think slide number 29, somebody is saying missing, so that we will go whether their number is missing or how it is. Please provide the email ID again. So
we will put up the email ID as well for your reference in the same Q&A and comment section as well.
Next is if mother or sister of the sister is a relative but not dependent, do we still? So for all this information about to whom to add in the as an immediate relative, who can be a immediate relative, we request you to refer the SEBI circular and the PIT regulation. If the employee designated as a DP has resigned but a PIT, but as per the PIT, the same needs to be tracked for 6 months, then do we have to delete the same with the immediate effective? This is again as per the PIT regulation. We have given an option to add or delete. When to add, when to delete, that company has to take a call. CDSL portal, we can we directly add the details of the immediate relatives under the inquiry instead of uploading Excel file. I think Sagar, do you like to clarify this question?
Yes, you can update the data, but if there are more than one record, the problem with detailed inquiry pages that you can only enter one data at a time. If there are bulk multiple records, Excel upload is much much more recommended, I think. So if you want to update only one record, I think you can update it through detailed inquiry page. That option is available, but you can enter only one record at a time.
Okay, thank you, Sagar. The next question is, what about the employee who have left the company 6 months prior to 1st October? We need to mention these details in the SDD database. So you don't have to mention the details in the SDD date of resignation or like that. I don't think so. There is an option. The only thing is you can add or modify or delete. So there are addition, deletion, exemption, three different things. So whenever you want to delete somebody, you can delete that PAN. Whenever you want to add, you can add that PAN. And whenever you want to give exemption for a certain period, you have that option as well. Do we need to add the name of the auditors? If yes, then in which category? As of now, we are not allowing that. So as per SEBI circular only, I think it is not allowed. So in upcoming days, if it is there, the SEBI will come up with the new circular. Details of the relatives of the auditor should. So the same question. Next is, for CDSL team, do we need to update only the details of IR in the Excel, or the whole list of the designated person plus IR needs to be put in the Excel? Sagar, can you please?
First, you have to enter the details of a designated person, and only then you can update the details of your immediate relative, because the system checks whether that particular designated person which I mentioned, for mentioned against that immediate relative is available or not. So first you have to enter the details of a designated person, and then you can update, upload the details of immediate relatives.
So next question is for immediate relative who are financially dependent, not having PAN, whether required to upload the details. So if the PAN is not available, he will not be able to transact, but we have to update the details. So whenever the PAN is allotted to that person, the accounts will get considered for restriction. If immediate relative disclosed by the DP does not have any, it's the same question. So you have to update the PAN or demat account if the PAN is exempt. So I think all these questions we have covered. So anything else, NSE or BSE, if you have seen any other question which is not answered, you can also highlight on behalf of the issuers.
Sure, Yogesh. Thank you. With respect to slide 29, I think Yogesh already explained that they will check that the number is missing or what is the issue with the slide. And with respect to this webinar session, we will provide you YouTube link once we will upload the same on the YouTube of NSA. So I think we can conclude this session. We have covered major of the questions asked by the participants. And if you have any doubts, you can contact the email IDs provided by the repositories. They will provide you email IDs in the chat box. Okay. Thank you, Nishant, Yogesh, Sagar, for the session. We can conclude. Thank you.
Yeah. One moment. Hello.
Yeah, Yogesh.
Sorry. So again, the last time also, the same question. I think we generally get the queries for the same question again. So the request is to don't wait for the last day for uploading the information on the SDD platform. Since till I think today only or the day before yesterday, we have issued the circular, both the depositories. So try to upload the details by 28 or 27, 27, not 28, 27, because 27 is the Friday or Saturday. So that we will get some time to consider all those companies. Don't wait till the 28 or 29. Then your the restriction will start from the 2nd or 3rd October. Second thing we would like to highlight that last time also we have a session. So if any person is having joint demat account in depository system and the joint holder is not a designated person, so that joint holder also will not be able to trade, not able to transfer the securities from the demat account, but however he can trade on the stock exchange platform. So the request to the designated person to be alert to such immediate relatives or the other than the designated person to ensure that if his demat account is in active status, then only trade on the stock exchange platform. Otherwise, the securities will go for the auction. This is I think this is covered in our FAQ session, last question, but still we would like to highlight here. So these are the two major things we would like to request all of you before the start of this restriction from 1st October. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, NSC and BSL.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, Sagar.
Bye.
Thank you all.